Hello everybody, there's the camera. I'm using my pad for once for this live stream, so I got a nice big screen and hopefully I can see the chat. Hello and welcome back to Cache the Line. Who all is here? Give a shout out in the chat, say hello. It is a nice day. For once, the sun is out and the rain has been up and down, and it's just been crazy. This chat doesn't stay up on this app. That is kind of annoying. Okay, so I'm going with two devices. There's the there's the camera. I'm going with two devices, so hopefully I can follow along here. Well, let me. I'm trying something different today. Turn down the volume. Oh, that's up. There we go. Hello, Cache Canada. Hello, Sukai and Yves Boucher. Boucher? I think that's French. Albedo and Bill, welcome. The wall just hit here. Ah, yes. So I just posted that on my way here. The sun was out, the clouds were opened up, and it was a beautiful day. And then there was this big, huge, dark horizon of clouds off to the side. And the sun was out here. Sun was out here, and then the clouds were there, and then I was looking off at the distance on the road, and it got darker and darker, and then boom, all this rain fell. It was like driving smack into a wall. Visibility for maybe 25 meters was ridiculous. Every car started hammering on the brakes and putting on hazards and driving a fraction of the speed. It was nuts. And then, about 3 minutes later, after all that, the sun was out again. Like, that was just crazy. Good afternoon, Francis Ibero and Kilgore DS. Hello, everybody. How are you doing in this geocaching climate? This is wild. This is crazy. The COVID. Do you say COVID or COVID? For some reason, I always resort to COVID. But, yeah, this is like totally changing everything. And I live, thankfully, in an area with a whole lot of really huge, popular parks. There are those, but a whole lot of just like remote tracts and things that really only geocaches know about. But the number of people on those trails is tiny compared to those really popular conservation areas and parks. And so it's still possible to get out, get the fresh air, and find geocaches that have been found in hopefully at least a few days. How is everybody else doing with your geocaching, or are you at home and living vicariously through everybody else? Cache Canada, keeping quiet today, started editing next Saturday's episode from the Going South road. Going South, that was, when was that? That was in fall, or was that winter? I can't remember. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of ways to, I gotta turn on the fan here because it's getting warm. It is warm out. It's Celsius. It's maybe 15 degrees. It's wonderful. It's so good. So hopefully the geocachers in cars, in Geomobile, chatting about geocaching. So D-Gas is hello, everyone. D-Gas is in the house too. Yeah, so coronavirus disease 2019. Yes, that's what it stands for. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I have my notes here. So yes, there are so many places to pass time if you're holed up indoors. I've been noticing a whole lot of vloggers have been going live with chats with people. Oh, this YouTube app doesn't let you set the exposure. Bummer. So if you haven't yet, then check out the Geocaching Network, because I know Adventures with Dan has been doing some chats, Neil Moore has been doing some chats, and Cache Canada has been getting around onto those chats as well. So if you want to catch up and find out what everybody's doing, then watch for those live sessions, because they're fun to listen to, and they're nice to just sit back and chat with people. How is the sound? Is the fan up here causing anything? I don't think so, so that's good. Say hello if you're in chat and you haven't already. And yeah, so yeah, watch for those links. Hopefully they'll announce beforehand the scheduling of when the chats will be up. But yeah, lots of hangouts going on. Zoom, so it was under a different name. Have you used Zoom yet, kind of neat how, yeah, all of the technology that people are starting to get used to now. It's like there's muggles in front of me, and they are taking a look at their van and getting ready to go out on the muddy, muddy trails. Kilgore, I'm in the UK with suspicious symptoms. Ooh, so I'm indoors for 12 weeks? What? That's crazy. You sure it's 12 weeks and not 12 days? Because usually it's like, isn't it 14 days or two weeks to, unless that's the incubation. Maybe the life of it if you get if you start to show symptoms. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I mean, we've got, everybody's going live with these technologies, with Zoom and Skype and obviously YouTube and Facebook and everything. So people are having virtual lives now. It's the future. Hopefully it doesn't stick around too long and we all get to go out in nature as we used to all the time. So yeah, and like, if you haven't noticed already, a lot of artists are doing live videos, live stream concerts for free. And what else is there? Yeah, even churches are doing their services, their Sunday things online. So everybody is just going online. It's crazy and it's awesome. And hopefully this is a good test of our infrastructure to see what we can handle. Because there's a whole lot of stuff going on. What else we got here? Just checking back through chat, see if I missed anything. Yeah. Okay, so Geocacher Ken, welcome. Hey, you're in your car too. Hey, who in your car? If you're in your car, give a shout out. There is a girl who's doing a lot of selfie stuff with her camera in front of their van, right in front of here. And I don't think she's seeing that I've got the bad sitting in the front window. That's kind of funny. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, also in the past month, I've been doing a whole bunch of weekly giveaways to hopefully try to get some, you know, have some fun and get some interaction with some people. And so if you haven't followed me on Instagram, you go there. Every week I've been posting weekly competitions or contests where you would tag a friend and comment on any video, ideally a video that you enjoy, one that you like, with that week's phrase, and you'd be entered into the weekly giveaway, the draw. And so far we've done 3 weeks, and we're on week 4. And each week, I mean, it was a fairly simple giveaway, but a whole lot of them. So I've got those. Do I have the right sticker? I've got it. Where is it? There it is. So many pockets. So I've got these really cool stickers that I got from Sticker Mule, one of their special giveaway, cheap specials. If you want to get something for Sticker Mule, they also do affiliate links. So if you use an affiliate link, you get a bit of a deal, and if somebody uses your affiliate link, you also get a deal. So I'll drop some the Sticker Mule link to check out what they've got in their products and deals, because it's totally worth it. This was the sticker that I recently, there we go, yeah, tried out with the new 2020, the 2020 design of Cache the Line, going with, changed the swoosh up to zigzags, but you can still see the trifecta there, the land, water, and city, urban. You know, trying to play with the 4 colors of the geocaching logo. So there's that, and one of my path tags. And every week I've been giving away 3 3 winners each. 3? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It's happened so many times, it's like habit now. To people who have been commenting on videos and being entered into the draw. So if you haven't yet, this is the last chance. This week is done, but because there's 3 days left in March, I'm extending that contest to the end of March. So anybody who has commented on any video with one of the weekly phrases will be entered into that draw. And at the end of the month, I have mentioned this every week, every week. People who have been entered are into the draw for an item from a t-shirt from my Teespring store, which you can find at cachetheline.net/teespring. I'll drop a link up. Now I'm doing this way, so it's which side is it? That side, I think it is, unless it's flipped for you guys, in which case it's that side. No, it'll be in the description because that's not a video. So link to the store where you can find a t-shirt and order one of those, and you get it for free. So that's going to be the main March grand giveaway from everybody who's there. And additionally, I'm going to be adding in another really cool, this is like the pathtag 0 of stickers. Pathtag number 0, if you know, that was the first one that I created, and it was very limited design because it was a test design and there were only 50, so it was the starter pack, and I have like maybe a handful more, and so they're very rare. And this one, same sort of thing, went with Sticker Mule, another one of their special deals, and they were doing foily giveaway. I don't know if you can see that sticker, how it's kind of a foily color. So it's similar design, but now it's kind of a foil oily. Yeah, the iPad doesn't really do it very well, but I'm gonna throw in one of these ones in the draw as well. So this is a really cool, I love this sticker. It's just, I wish you could see the high quality in this live video. I might, after this video, I'm gonna share some photos and you'll see what this actually looks like. It's like, it's so cool. I love it. But I have a whole bunch of them, and these are like the pathtag 0s of the stickers. So watch for a whole bunch more giveaways throughout the year for these stickers. These are gonna be rare. I love them. I love them so much. That's Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule is so cool for stickers. I don't know if you're a sticker collector. I'm not as much of a sticker collector. I've got a few, but I don't really have much to put them on. I have a guitar and a case, but for some reason I've always felt like the case is better when it's just like, you know, the raw case. But you know, some people like to put on like travel stickers and all that stuff. So if you love stickers, this is definitely for you. So, whoa. Okay, I got so much stuff in here. Did you see this? I've got my tot, my reaching pole. I haven't taken this thing out of the car forever because you never know when you're going to need to use one. Okay, what do we got next? All right, so I just noticed today as well on Instagram, I am almost at 1,000 followers. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and when we get past the 1,000 follower milestone, I'm gonna do another giveaway, or 2 or 3 or 4. We'll see. And I'm pretty sure another sticker is gonna be in that. I love this thing. It's like, it's all foil, but it's like the normal sticker colors. It's just got this like sheen on it that's very oily and multicolored. Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'll do some giveaways when we cross that Instagram 1,000 milestone. I want to thank, let's see, what do we got on the chats? Got a t-shirt. Albedo's got a t-shirt. Dude, you've got to share a photo of it so I can show people. I want to see what these look like with you guys and help share that. Let me see. What am I missing in chat? Geocacher Ken, you're playing Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon and I kind of got bored with it. It's now way kind of out in the hindsight. I got into, what was it, the Jurassic World game as well, where you were making dinosaurs. And Free Spirited One from Team Fart, she at least was still playing Pokemon, and while she was playing Pokemon, I was playing Jurassic World, and so we always argue about which one was better. Okay, what's next? So yes, I wanted to thank patrons for helping make all of this possible, because I keep showing you these like stickers and the path tags and that t-shirt store. All of that stuff is made possible because of the patrons who help support me and Cache the Line. There's a whole lot of expenses that go into designing. It's fun and it's enjoyable, it's inspirational, and cost can sometimes be a hindrance to doing things like this. And especially when we get to things like path tags and Geo Coins, which I want to get to at some point as well, very, very soon, that cost can start skyrocketing. So I want to thank the patrons who kind of inspire me and help me to stay focused on production and being creative and all of that. And you'll find all of their names listed at the end of all the videos. I make sure everybody's got credit there. And you can find the Patreon project on patreon.com/cachetheline. The link is also below. Every video has links below, so you can always check out to see what's mentioned and follow all that. Yeah, so what is coming up for this year? Do you guys have any travel plans? I mean, traveling, it's such a bummer when you've got awesome plans for the year and you just don't know what the rest of the year is going to be like, or when. I mean, the end of all this is completely up in the air. And so, I mean, there's the big stuff like there's Seattle for HQ 2020 and Geo Woodstock, and those are in August. That's still a few months away, and we still don't know what the status is going to be there. Canada is closed. Canada and US border is completely closed. Not sure how many of you are in the UK or Australia or anywhere overseas, not in North America. I know Europe their state is very, very different than North America's. Even Canada is very different than the United States. Yeah, Cache Canada's got a whole bunch of big plans canceled. West Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Ireland. That's a whole lot of trips. So I'm not sure what's going to happen between now and August. I know the Mingo Madness Mega is going to be a big question as well. You know, at least the nice thing is that gatherings and events can happen anytime. I guess the celebration of May 2nd, you know, Big Blue Switch Day, is definitely going to be well, that's obviously something that can't move, but we might have to be moving the celebrations and all these community celebrations and stuff to different dates. I know, yes, Francis C. Barrow, Mingo Madness is supposed to decide on April 1st if it's a go or no go. So watch for news about that. I had a huge road trip planned for that whole thing. I was going to be heading down from Ontario across the United States, hitting up Texas and continuing west and south and doing this huge loop back up to Ontario. And that was going to be the end of April. That is definitely no more, because it's very unlikely that the US border is going to be open up by then. So do you have any other plans maybe much later in the year that you may be still able to do, or have those already been affected? I know even with the flights in August to BC from Ontario have, in some airlines have already started making changes. I got completely flustered one day because I got an email notification that my flight had been, or there'd been changes to my flight. But the email, the way it was laid out, made it look like the flight was completely canceled when it also had an alternate, so I didn't notice that it had been moved. And so when I went to try to find that original flight and there was no flight, I was like, okay, the whole thing is canceled. But the itinerary had just shifted a day outwards, so now they're funneling all these flights into a much more restricted schedule. So if you have flight plans even through August, double check your itinerary, because things might either get completely canceled, and right now there's a whole lot of debate and anger online because people's flights are getting canceled and they're not getting refunds, or some airlines are not giving refunds. Sometimes they're getting credits for future flights, and that may be okay for some, but not for others, so watch out for that. We'll see what happens with West Coast, Seattle, and Geo Woodstock. At the very least, it would be nice to still get out to Seattle and do some geocaching in BC, even if Geo Woodstock is not on, or if there's no way to get there for Geo Woodstock. It'd still be nice to get out there and do some geocaching out there, because it's beautiful out there. Cache Canada, my thoughts are that Mingo Madness won't go. It will be the first big event that Mingo Madness won't go. It will be the first big event to go if it does. It will be a sad moment. Yeah. Yeah, Cache Canada. I'm not sure if we are on the same flight. It might be possible. I think you mentioned earlier what flight you were on, and it didn't quite line up. I'm not quite sure, but you never know. Yeah, Digas. Oh yeah, I was hoping to find the Eternal Flame Earth Cache as your 5,000. Oh, that'd be a great milestone, a 5,000 milestone. Can't find that one for now for a while. I'll have to choose a cache somewhere else in Ontario. Yeah. Well, thankfully, there's a whole bunch of really good Ontario caches. It's Cache Canada Friday. I think mine is now shifted to Tuesday. I think the two flights in the week are Tuesday and Friday. So they move. I think because Friday is so close to Seattle that I preferred the earlier flight just to have a couple more days to get from BC down to Seattle for all the main stuff. Yeah, saw Raj King said, I saw the Geo Woodstock organized under the podcast, and they are still planning. So, I mean, it's far enough away, you never know. Even it might come to the point of only Canadians being able to get to Geo Woodstock. That might happen. It would be unfortunate for all the people living just south of the border in the U.S., but you never know, it might still go on. Okay, so what's next? Yeah, no, yeah, so there's still a few more plans for late in the year that I have not announced yet, and hopefully those will still be on. It really depends on that long-term curve and how flattened the curve is, and whether the border crossings might be allowed by then, but social distancing might still be a factor. And thankfully it's not to Europe, because they might be under a whole lot more pressure for a longer period of time. Don't know. But as of right now, we are all here enjoying whatever geocaching we can, indoors, outdoors. Hopefully you've got some kind of nature around that you can get some fresh air, even if you're going for walks just around the park. But keep active. That is the most important thing. Keep fresh air, get the fresh air. I mean, you can open a window and stick your head out, but it's not the same. It's not the same as walking, say, amongst the trees and getting the fresh air, getting the truly fresh air, not just outside air, but yeah, forest air. It's so refreshing. If you haven't also yet noticed, I've started doing TikTok videos. Oh man, why did I start doing that? Are you on TikTok? If you are, follow me at Cache the Line or at the Bruce Zero. I think it's Cache the Line. Yeah, so I started doing a very different style of short form video. I think their maximum is 1 minute, so you really gotta get people's attention. So if you haven't yet, go to tiktok.com/cachetheline. I think that's how they do it. And tiktok.com. Not talking about ticks, TICKS, Roger. Thankfully, TikTok. I wonder, there could be a parody site, TikTok, TICK. Anyway, yeah, I put out a bunch of videos. I know Joshua, Geocaching Vlogger, has recently just started on there as well. And he's doing some very quick live, or not live, but quick geocaching style videos. There is a very small but almost intense, I guess you could say, geocaching community there. There's a couple of TikTok users who do geocaching videos regularly, and their followers and viewers are right through the roof. Let's see if I can find one. We've got Corey Spruill. I want to know how to say her last name. Corey Spruill. She's got a phrase she uses all the time. Let's go find something. Yeah, so check her out as well. She's pretty much the geocaching user on TikTok, but I am on there, so check it out. It's different. It can be fun. It's the newfangled thing that all the kids are doing these days. I've been trying to come up with a way to do something thematic on TikTok, because that seems to be the thing. Like if you've got your phrase, your go-to thing. But I don't know. It's a different platform. It's fun. All right. What do we got next? I'm going through my notes, but I just wanted to say, I'm out today in the car because one of the great things you can do at this time is to target caches that are rare or far away or not often found or lonely. Look for some of those harder challenge caches, and there are some challenges, especially pre-moratorium, that that have a very small selection of caches that can qualify. And I'm going to turn my engine on because... Okay. How's the volume now? I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not overwhelmed, but the engine sound might be getting too loud. So yeah, some challenge caches, qualifiers for those might be very few and far between. So those are some really good caches to find at this time, because they might be so rarely found, or if they're so old they might be deep in the woods or something like that. So I'm out in the car because I just made a bookmark list of very specific caches, very sparsely spread ones that will help qualify for some challenges, like getting an Ontario Jasmer. So getting all of the caches that you can get in Ontario that were placed in every month as early as possible. I believe there is a May 2000. I can't remember. But that Ontario Jasmer is a tough one because there's a couple of months where there's 2 or 3 caches that qualify. So adding those to a challenge qualifier list that 2.5 difficulty terrain caches. So you can look at the map and you see caches everywhere. This is specifically a list for rare qualifiers. And then when you take a look at the map, you can see where your closest ones are. You can see where you can go that's off in the distance that you might have no other opportunity to get to, or you just didn't have the time before, and now you have the time, and go and find those ones. And while you're there, then you can just do a live search for other caches in the vicinity and make a day of finding a whole bunch of caches, and you got another rare important qualifier towards a challenge cache. So that's kind of what I've been doing over the past couple of days to help pass the time in those blocks when there's nothing, seems like there's nothing to do. Which there's always something to do because I got videos to create. That's the other thing. If you have been following, I've been slowly getting Scotland videos out from the UK mega trip. There's still, I think I went through that, and there's I think there were 3 more videos, and then, no, two more videos, and then the UK mega event, their annual mega event in the UK, and then I think it was 4 or 5 other videos with just me going solo. So the first half was with Team Fmart, and they stuck around in Scotland to do their own thing while I shot off down to England to find a whole bunch of other caches and meet some other vloggers. And it's done. I'm getting back into the Woodstock road trip from last year, where I found a whole bunch of the oldest caches in states. So there's going to be a bunch of video of that, plus hopefully timed perfectly a special Mingo video when I found that cache for the first time. And I'm so excited about that one, but it's about halfway through the road trip, so stay tuned for that, hopefully by May 2nd, especially if Mingo Madness, whatever happens with Mingo Madness, that one will be out before or by that time. So watch for that, and let's get into what I'm going to be unboxing. Because recently, if you know of geocaching games that are out there, there's a few of them. There's a couple of card games. There's one in the UK. There's Geocache Talks card game as well. And there's one that's been out for a number of years. It's just a little board game called Cache Me If You Can. And hello, Christopher Meekley. I never asked how to say your last name. Meekle? Michael Meekley, Michael. So there's that board game, Catch Me If You Can. It came out a number of years ago, and it was pretty popular. It had a couple of different versions. The original, I believe it was just the original, actually came in an ammo can, a fake kind of cardboardy ammo can. But it was a really cool, original, unique box. And it had a top handle, and it was and I did manage to get that version of the game. It also had just kind of a regular box for people who wanted to have the game and didn't get the ammo can version. But just recently, the company also launched a new Kickstarter to help them produce an updated, modern, higher quality version of the game. So there's now a Catch Me If You Can special edition. I can't remember what they called this particular edition, but let's see. Where did I put it? It's not in that bag. Got so many bags in here, it's crazy. What have we got here? Oh, stuff, lots of stuff. See, I have so much stuff in here, even got my hand sanitizer. Always be ready. And let's get down in here. Other stuff. Okay, I think that's everything. And what do we have from DPH Games? Catch Me If You Can, the geocaching board game. DPH Games. Celebrating 20 years. See, it's a 20-year... I guess that was their main purpose, was to make a version of the game for the 20-year anniversary. And if you'd followed this on Kickstarter, they updated everybody with their status of how they were updating all the pieces, the board game, the quality. They made a few rule adjustments. And so I've now got a copy of this game, which I have saved opening until now. And let's see what we've got inside here. Have you ever heard of this game before? It's been around for a while, and they've done some travels, and it's been at some events. But I'm not sure how widespread this game has been. So there's Catch Me If You Can. Awesome. I have not opened this before, but I know that everything is a much higher quality. Okay, I wonder if I can... Let's see if I can shift this down a bit so you get a better view. I'm gonna move my seat back. Doopy 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 doo. Doopy 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 doo. There we go. Little more room. Okay. Ooh. Hey, it comes with baggies. Man, I wish this app on iPad would expose properly. So it comes with extra baggies. I don't think these are for log sheets. I think these are for game pieces. But they could be. Okay. So, yes, the game pieces are wooden pieces. It's too bright. Oh, that's annoying. I wonder. Nope, car lights don't help. It's because there's such a big contrast between the bright and reflective stuff. Maybe if I blocked the windows, it would be better. So there's better wooden pieces here, and a nice what sided dice? That's a 10-sided dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess that's better than using 2 die. And then white pieces. So these are all high quality pieces of the original game pieces. And then we've got much nicer, higher quality cards. These are the things in the game that, well, they define the game pretty much. We'll get into that in a second. So there's another big baggie. Probably to hold the rules. Look at this. See, this rule book is even a much higher quality. There's a whole lot of reading. It's a fun game. Have you played this game before? That is a good question. Free-spirited one from Fart. She also has this game. She has the ammo can, the ammo box version. Oh, it is. Okay, so everything else is cardboard. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, so if you remember from the original version, there were these little paper tokens. Now we've got nice thick hard cardboard tokens. Same with the geocoin tokens that used to be little circular pieces of paper, more high quality. Those, even the small tokens, these are nice, good quality board game pieces. Lots and lots. And now, in the original games, we didn't have any way to track this stuff except how we wanted to, like on note paper and stuff. So now we've got personal board sheets to keep track of everything, and you can. It looks like you can write on them. I'm not sure if that's erasable, but you can keep track of stuff on there, or they're just No, it's just placing. Right. See, I want to play. It's been a number of years since I've actually played this game. My memory is very hazy, but they are the right size. So I think this is just basically your inventory. So you'd use these pieces, put them on the grid spots on the board, and that's your inventory, your item inventory. And there's a bunch of those because it's up to 4 players, so 2 to 4 players. And this is the really cool thing. We have a much better quality board. So they've laid it out so there's now basically an expansion. So this is the main field. This is the main board. Is that the right way around or is that reversed? I don't know if it's the right way for you guys. If you can read hospital backwards or forwards. So this is the main thing. It's like a mega event area here. And you all kind of start at the same area and you're going into a forest, and these are the expansion attachments. So you have this field, which you can see the trail. The trail matches on the top side, so you'd follow the trail up there, and then the other one, second forest trail. There's another option there, or I guess you don't have to do it the right way up. If you wanted to, you could rotate it off to the side. You could use both forests if you wanted to. So they've definitely improved the quality of the game board, the field. So really want to play this game. So I have an idea that may or may not work, and I'll have to double check, because if you can play this, I believe you can play this open hand, so everybody sees everything, because there's a whole lot of strategy involved. Basically the idea is you are gathering points in playing. You're trying to find geocaches. You want to keep your GPS charged, so the more moves you make, the faster your GPS goes down in power before you need to replace batteries. Lots of really common geocaching concepts are implemented into this game, which is really cool. And so yeah, the idea is you want to try to find the game pieces, which are geocaches hidden. Let me get one of these out. Yeah, so if you notice on the back of these, it's forest. These pieces all start face down on the field grid, and as you explore, you uncover these game pieces, which give you something on the back. So you are basically taking your GPS and going from grid to grid, exploring and trying to get back to the main city, where you can refill your health. If you get like poison ivy, there are hazards out there as well. If you get poison ivy, you got to go back to the hospital. You got to buy batteries at the store. I think there was a store. Equipment. Yeah, basically the sporting goods store, that's right. So you'd go into the sporting goods store, follow a route around to collect cards for getting out into the field, and there's special equipment that you can get. It's fun. It's slowly kind of coming back, but yeah. So on the back you try to find caches, and you've got traditional caches, you've got puzzle caches, and okay, so they've got rocky ground where you lose 1 health, swamps where you lose a turn, and snakes where you lose 1 health, and there's a bit of a leave the woods starting the next turn, because, well, you get bitten by a snake, you got to go to the hospital. Leave the woods starting next turn. Do not reveal or take any caches until the town has been reached. So you've got to head back to town as fast as you can to heal up. There are, get these boards out again. We've got blank trail pieces, a virtual cache on a forgotten trail. It says can only be taken with the jacket and gloves, so you've got to have equipment, the jacket and gloves, to be able to get to this particular virtual cache on a forgotten trail. It's also worth 2 points. On a mountain trail, can only be taken with the water and battery pack. So kind of like what happens is if you explore one of those map squares, that grid, and it uncovers one of these, it's now available. It's visible, so everybody knows it's there. And if you don't have the right stuff to take it, you have to continue exploring and go back to the store and pick up what you need to come out to be able to get to it and earn the points for that particular cache. You might uncover a hazard where there's no GPS signal, where you lose -2 battery. Well, you know how if it's trying to reacquire signal, it'll chew up your battery. There's a padlock cache. It can only be taken with a key, so you've got to find the key for that. What else there was? Oh, I'm popping up pieces now. There's other hazards like a cave. There's something with the bear in the rules. I remember that. There's a cliff where you lose a whole lot of health. You gotta be careful of cliffs. Cold weather where you lose health. So with challenge caches, this particular challenge cache, in order to earn these points, that's 1 point for this challenge, you'll have to have collected 3 different types of caches. So in your inventory, you have already collected different types of caches to earn that. So it's a really cool concept that tries to incorporate a lot of the stuff that is fairly standard geocaching. And I am kind of glad to have been a supporter of this Kickstarter because I want to play this game again. So what I was thinking is if I can get people to join one of these live hangout chat conference things, maybe, just maybe, we could host a live playthrough of one of these games virtually, because if you can play open-handed, then everybody can see everybody's hand. It's not like we've got to hide things, and everybody's hand could be visible on that one screen. So I'm gonna see if that can be doable, because that would be a great way to pass some time one day this month or next month or two. Did I miss anything? Oh, multi-caches? Right, that was another fun concept. So there are multi-stage caches as well, where you could, say there's 3 stages, you could uncover stage 3 of the multi early, but you can't pick it up until you've got stage 2. But you can't pick up stage 2 until you've got stage 1. So you have to go, if you uncover those while you're exploring, they have to stay there until you or somebody else gets stage 1. And so you've got to progress through, which means you could help other people. If say another player has stage 1 and stage 2 of the multi-cache and you uncover stage 3, you won't be able to pick it up and they could just come right there and grab it. So there's some interesting strategy involved in this too. It's not perfectly just like geocaching, but it's very close. And I love that they put so much effort into creating kind of a 20th anniversary of this game. So I'm gonna look at this and probably test some stuff out to see if this can be done through a virtual hangout. And if so, that would be really cool. Stay tuned for that. Also, what came with this package, because I helped support this on Kickstarter, I took a tier that added some extras. So there is an expansion. I'm going to shift this up. There is an expansion to this game. It's been out before, so they kind of also updated this one to more recent. It is that going to be visible? Zombie Apocalypse Geocaching! That's right, there is a zombie expansion. So there's a few more game pieces that bring in hazards like zombies. I have not opened this or read the rules yet, but now there's things like shotguns, pistol, shotgun, rifle, bullets, basically playing against zombies while geocaching. Hey, CDNY, Caching Dead New York, hello, welcome to the Hangout, the chat. Let's see, where's the seam for this? Where's my knife? I don't have a knife, there's the seam. Let's see what they've got in here. So, if you're just tuning in, I have opened up for the first time my copy of the brand new updated Cache Me If You Can board game. Where did I put my knife? Do I have one in here? No. Oh, it's too dark. It's too cramped. There's too much stuff in this car. If you have a Geomobile, how packed is your car? Let's see, I know I have a knife in here somewhere. Cache for Adventures, Geocaching, that's Joanne, welcome. I feel something, I think, there it is. Look us up for the live play, off to the LCBO, Cache Canada. Editing our episode for Jack Daniels cache. Seems appropriate to pick some up. Yeah, it'd be good to have some of that. Okay, there we go. Let's see what is in this zombie expansion. Oh, clouds are rolling in again. It's getting dark. Okay, man, sometimes wrapping is just so frustrating. Ugh. Let's get this off. Oh, I'm holding it underneath so all the pieces are coming out. Okay, so flip this over. Good, it's not a runaway zombie, it's just a forest piece, which was... Oh, it was a zombie. There's more... Wow. Oh my gosh. So... Oh, pieces are... Oh no. Piece just went between the seat and the... Oh, crap. Okay. These aren't... Oh man, these are loose. Wow. These are all falling out. I'm barely touching it. You've got one zombie. Is that gonna work? That's not gonna... One zombie. And... what? And that's another zombie. There's... What the heck? And there's... Oh, that's barely in there. Find equipment. 2 zombie, 3 zombie. So there's groups of zombies. Find equipment. This is interesting. And there goes another piece. I'm gonna have to clean the car. Okay. Oh, I'm making a big mess. So that's all zombies. This is... Ooh, abandoned cabin, ammo dump, a bridge is out, explosive ammunition, landmines, sound beacon, a fence, find equipment, take an equipment card from either deck, gas can. It's like if you were to geocache in The Walking Dead, this is the board game you would use. What's in this one? Lots of ammunition, more zombies, packs of zombies. Oh, and there's another one down the side. This is what happens when you open a board game in the car. Okay, you are going to go there. And rule book. Information, I guess, about how the zombies move, or do they move? If you become a zombie, makes sense. Oh, it's gonna be fun going through that rule book. And then we've got more equipment. So this is an example of equipment. Is it going to expose flamethrower on one side and guard dog on the other? So the idea behind this is that some of these cards are one equipment or the other. Oh, that was a good catch. Depending on which you choose, you can use one or the other. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in that. Caching Dead New York. This is. Is this going to be the right? Oh no, it's upside down. This is Cache Me If You Can. This should be a thumbnail. DPH Games. This is their updated special edition for 2020, the 20th anniversary. The game didn't come out 20 years ago. It's the 20th anniversary of geocaching that they put this out for. And these are the main equipment cards that you can collect in the game. The exposure is really annoying. Jeff says Geo Jerry's Adventures. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so, and then yeah, these wooden pieces from the beginning. These are the player pieces. So there's 4 colors, so it's 2 to 4 players. And the white pieces, what were the white pieces again? They were for, I can't remember what the white pieces. Oh, I didn't go over the geo coins. So the other thing that you can do is collect geo. Oh, I dropped stuff. Geocoin pieces, and those geocoin cards are like extra bonus points, and they are trackable. Where did he go? There we go. So they're kind of they're sort of like challenges. So if you do collect any geocoins, this is what they are. An example would be a burglar geocoin. Possess the tweezers, key, and flashlight to get 5 points. They're kind of like challenges. Say the the doctor geocoin, go to the hospital to get 2 points. And so that's the back of it. So you get points for having the geocoin, but you get extra points for completing a little bit of a goal on the back of them. So it's another little twist to the game, which, I don't know, it's, I'm not sure why they came up with that, but it does add a little bit more of a strategy to the gameplay and bonus stuff. So if you just want to collect coins, you get points. But if you want those bonuses, there's more game-specific challenges. Yes, the Zombie Affiliation CDNY, that is a relatively new expansion that that they came out with a couple of years ago, I think now. Anyway, that is Cache Me If You Can. It's a good name. So stay tuned, because I'm gonna see if I can actually get this game to work on a live stream. I think it'd be really cool to be able to hang out and play through this game with some other people live. 4 people is not too much for a conference, so watch for that. Anyway, I don't have anything else. I wanted the clouds are coming out again. I was hoping that the sun would be out, and then I might be able to take the camera out and we could go find this one cache that I still need to get. I've got my boots on. There's 2 caches here. I already got one, but this other one is the one that I need for, oh yeah, what was that one? That one was, I need that one for, I think this one is my Jasmer. Yes, August 2004 for my Ontario, either my Ontario Jasmer or Triple Jasmer. I can't remember. So I need to get that one, and it is currently 280 meters away as the crow flies. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to start raining again, but it's so warm. I've got to get out there. I've got to find it. There's a few more people coming to the trail to get outside with their puppies. So if you haven't yet, then please do subscribe to Cache the Line. Follow on Instagram. Watch for updates. Don't forget about the contest. Go to any video and comment with any of the past 4 weeks phrases, and be entered into the draw for a t-shirt from my Teespring store, which you can get to at cachetheline.net/teespring. And What else was there? I'm going to do that draw on the 31st. And that is also going to include one of these so cool foil stickers with the new Cache the Line. Oh, that's upside down. Foil stickers with the Cache the Line logo. I really wish that it would expose better. It looks so good. It's like, maybe it looks, it's like a metallic sheen. Maybe the bag is keeping it away. Yeah, oh, that's a little better. I love it. I like it so much. So I'm gonna throw in one of those for the draw as well. If you've already won something in one of the past weeks, there's been, for 12, was it 3? 12 winners? 4. No, it was 4 a week. Yeah, that's right. So there's been 16 winners, and there's going to be some more this week. Well, on the 31st. T-shirt and one of these stickers, and I'll throw in a path tag as well. So much stuff to give away. I love giving it away. So make sure you do that. Follow on Instagram, because as soon as we get to 1,000 followers on Instagram, I'm going to do another giveaway. And I think that was about it. If you are geocaching still, if you can't get outside, do not forget to wash your hands before and after. This is good only for short term. If you're doing that, make sure that you wash your hands and your fingertips, because these are the things that you handle the caches with, remember, not the palms. Everybody does this, and that's the body of your hand. Do your fingertip too. And make sure you do that, and then wash up properly when you get some soap and water. Do that 20-second thing, all of that. And try to keep active. Get out there, find some. This guy is backing up, and he almost hit me. And wash your hands in a creek. Maybe, I think you still need soap. There's a video, I'm gonna link to it. I'll probably add it in a card as well. Recently, that I saw where one of these science shows, he went over. He did the whole experiment to show how soap helps break down germs and viruses, and why even hand sanitizer doesn't do all that much, and why just doing quick little hand washing doesn't do it. It's really cool. I'm going to add that as well, because you got to watch that to find out how to really properly wash your hands, especially under your nails and your fingertips and all that stuff. That's where a lot of stuff likes to hang around. So make sure you're washing or staying at home and getting fresh air. I envy you if you have a good backyard. But I think that is about it for now. Thank you everybody who oh, Cache Addict Mel, hello! I don't know when you came in, but welcome. Everyone wash, wash, wash. I work in the ER, and I need everyone to get and stay healthy. Please do. I've commented about this before. It's not about not getting it so much as not giving it. When you go out there, it's not that you're trying to stop yourself from getting the virus, because you might already have it and you don't know. You may or may not show symptoms. That's the other huge factor. You might have it and it might not have as much of an effect on you as other people. So when you're going out, it's not just about washing not to get germs. It's about washing not to give the germs, not to give the virus. That's why you wash before you handle geocaches and afterwards, and when you're touching any kind of surfaces, all that stuff. So that is if you are outside. It's not airborne. It's not like smog. It's not like you have to wear a mask so that you don't breathe in the virus. You just have to make sure that you're not in contact with it. And that's why there's a social distancing, because there's that whole thing of particles in the air as somebody breathes, but that goes down. That's not something that hangs around like a cloud forever in the air, and then you could get it by breathing it in. But that's why you keep your distance away to not get immediate contact with particles and stuff and the surfaces. That's why we wash before and after. Do all that stuff and follow your local regulations. If they say stay inside, stay inside. If they say distance yourself, but it's okay to be outside, it probably is because of the region you're in. So try not to get on people's cases if they say you're bad if you're not isolating yourself indoors at home, or if people say you cannot geocache when they might live in an urban center, and for them they can't geocache because there's so many people around. But if you live out in the country and there's nobody around, or there's barely anybody around, or you can find places where there's not a lot of people and you can get out and have fresh air, then it should be fine. The whole thing is to remain level-headed, follow your local regulations, your local rules, understand how the virus works, so you don't panic, don't go buy things you don't have to have, and just try to be reasonable and respectful of other people, and imagine that you already have it and maybe you just may never show symptoms, and try to avoid chances that could give it to other people. Anyway, that's my soapbox stuff. I'm done with that now. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for chatting and watching. I'll share more pictures of this game and talk about it some more. And we'll see. Maybe if somebody else also has this game or a different version, we could kind of run them in parallel. So we could join and play a game like that where we do the same things. I don't know if that would work because there are some updates to the rules and pieces with this version as well. But you never know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Keep active, keep healthy, keep caching, and hopefully you'll continue over the next maybe month or two to have some happy caching and excellent adventuring. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Join me there, and Facebook, and all, you know the drill. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. See you, Albedo.